going on, guys? 2015 F150 FX2 two-wheel drive, I guess you can say. What I did today is I put the ground force lowering shackles on my truck. Here's the instructions right here. It's part number drop kit 91219. It says right here four-wheel drive. I bought mine on Amazon and it said two-wheel drive. I found a lot of discrepancy if it'll work on two-wheel drive, and going through some of the posts on the F150 forums, there were some people that did it. So I said I'll try it. I'm making this video because of course there's no other videos out there that really help you guys out if you want to do it yourself. So it says 1.5 inches, and that's what it lowered my truck. I got 35 and 3/4, and I'm now 36 and 3/4 in the back. So 35 3/4 in the front, 36 and 3/4. So there's an inch difference there. And I did this mainly because I work out of my truck a lot, and you know it just a little bit lower would really benefit me, because I'm always pulling stuff out and putting stuff in the back of my truck, and to me it was just a little too high for a two-wheel drive. Also the look, you know, pretty level stance now, and that's what I was going for. So I think it looks pretty good, really good actually, I think. So I'm gonna go over here first, I guess, show you what you need. So you're gonna need a 21 millimeter. I think that's the same. That's where you're gonna need to take your lugs off. Pair of crescent wrenches, jack stands, fan. You're gonna need some grease. I got this at Discount Auto, Mobile One, synthetic grease. You're gonna need some type of grease to lube your bushings up. You know, wear some gloves. And I had to use a flat bar a little bit there. I used my mallet to beat the bushings in. They were pretty tight, so I just tapped them with a mallet. And that's pretty much it. Took me about 2 hours to do this. So let me go over what you got here. So there's the shackle right there. What you're going to need to do is jack as far back as you can on the truck, the frame. Put your jack stands under each frame, each side of the frame. Take your wheels off, and then you're going to put a jack. Take your jack. I used a block. You know, I like to put a block on my jack and put it under your rear end right there. And you're going to jack up on it a little bit to relieve some pressure. Nothing's going to spring out at you. That's what I was really worried about. I'm not too familiar with suspension work. And I was reading, you know, like in instructions, a lot of danger and all this. But I found there really wasn't a lot of tension on what you're doing here. So after you got that supported, you'll come up here and you'll take out the bolts. You know, the top one is reversed. That's where you just use my crescent wrenches to get back in there. And I did not cut mine and spin it around, because it's really a matter of jacking. You already have a jack under your axle, so you just have to jack it all the way up to pull the bolt out. I don't see the need. You know, you can if you want, but all that, you know, that's the only additional work, is you'll have to jack up your rear end to get that bolt out, which to me the jack's already there, so it's not that much more, you know, not worth cutting a bolt. So you're going to take the lower bolt out first. You're going to jack it up, take the top bolt out. You'll grease up your new shackle, grease the bushings. You know, instructions say everything to grease, pretty much every contact point in there you're going to grease. And then reverse process. You're going to put the top bolt back in, and then you're going to ease the axle back down. And you can see up there, you don't have to notch the bed support, but that's when you jack it up, it kind of gets wedged behind there, and that's where I use my pry bar just to kind of pry it loose when it was coming down. But that's really the only purpose you're going to use that for. So as it's coming down, you'll ease it down, and then you'll slide the bottom bolt in and tighten everything back up. And then, put your tires back on and enjoy it. So pretty straightforward process. I just really didn't find a lot of instructional videos out there. Like I said, one of the main things for me was the dangers involved. I didn't know, if anything was gonna pop open on me or not, but that's what it looks like. It's only an inch difference now, and that's what I was really gunning for. So I'm gonna take a drive here in a little bit, to make sure that there's no vibrations and stuff, and I will post it in the notes there. But overall, if you want to drop your two-wheel drive truck a little bit in the back, a lot of people are leveling their trucks out there and jacking up the front, and of course that's going to be blinding the hell out of everybody with your headlights. So that's what I'm going to do here shortly, is adjust my headlights again now that I've adjusted the suspension. So if you guys want to try it, hopefully this video helps. Like I said, I ordered mine on Amazon. I can't remember the price. It was like $100, maybe a little over. There's the part number though, 91219. The funny thing is that I'll mention this, is that I did call before I ordered it. I was trying to, I was wondering if it was going to work for my two-wheel drive truck. So I called Ground Force, and not a lot of help. I was asking them, hey, this part, blah blah blah, it says four-wheel drive only. Will it not work on two-wheel drive? And they said, oh, I don't know. I got to ask an engineer. Blah blah blah. So finally, I get a hold of an engineer, and he's saying it'll work, but I can't guarantee there will be no vibration issues. And I said, well, that's not very clear answer. It's a yes or no. Will it work? Will I have issues? And he kind of said, sure, it will work, but can't guarantee any vibration issues. So after reading the forums, people say they've done it and no issues for the 15 and up trucks. I guess you don't have to shim anything. So I also called Ford Racing, and they said the same thing pretty much, is that they have never tested it on a two-wheel drive. They are pretty positive that it'll work with no issues, but they cannot say for sure because they've never tested it on a four-wheel drive, which I find kind of hard for Ford Racing, doing their development, I guess, only on the Raptors now, so it's only four-wheel drive trucks. So I will, like I said, I'll update it. If I do have vibration issues, I'll definitely list it in the notes here shortly after I upload this. Hopefully this helps. Good luck, guys.